morning student. Today this is our third video where we have to discuss about the next part of the first chapter, that is constitution, why and how. So in our previous video you already knew about the basic structure of the constitution, its definition, its origin. Then you also have learned from that video about the recommendations and the types of the constitution, and also the path of the constitution. In this video we have to know about the functions of the constitution, which is very much important, because whenever we learn something, then we have to know its characteristics, its feature. So for that reason we have to know the function of constitution. So in this video I want to teach you about the functions of constitution in a detailed way. So let's start with our topic. So let's see what is the first function. See, the first function which our constitution always give, that is the constitution allows coordinations and assurance. So you all know that the word coordination means to cooperate with each other. That means the equality. And the assurance means your wishes or the interest, fulfilling needs of the interest. So that's we have to know that the constitution, how they will give us the coordinations and how they are helping us to assure, to fulfill the needs of the people. So first, here I already written the point that helps to overcome the problems of diversity. You all know that from your class 6 onwards that India is a diversified country where we have different kinds of language, foods, habit, etc. So in this diversified country where we live in a society, there's a lots of people living in a society together, those who have very much different with each other. So we cannot say that all the individuals are equal to each other. So for living in a society in a peaceful manner and in a very cooperative manner, we need some kind of rules and regulation by which we can set the coordination, we can set the negotiation with our neighborhood. So for that reason, this constitution provide us that how we will live in a society together so that no one will be harmed, and we will try to coordinate with each other so that everyone people are living in a peaceful manner. As well as it also saying that same rules for all the members. You all know that our constitution are providing equality, that is equal before the law. That means whether there is a person, those who are in a very high position or in a high authority, they also how they are treated by the government in the society. Similarly, our normal people also treated the same, because our constitution gives the rules of equality, that is rule of law, means one law for all. Okay, so in this manner we say that our constitution are always try to give us the equality, that is the coordinations among the people, and also fulfill the giving the assurance, giving the security that the people will live in a peaceful manner. So this is our function, first function where we have known that constitution providing us the function where all the people are coordinate with each other, trust with each other, and they are secure by living with rules and regulations. Okay. Now our second function is the specification of decision making powers. You all know that our constitution, in our constitutional structure, we have three organs of the government: legislative, judiciary and executive. So in these three types of government, our constitution, which you already in our previous video you already learned that our constitution are providing or permitted some authority, those who are worked and those who are working for the citizens, that is the government part. So basically it is in our constitution, it is said that who will take the decision for us. If there is any emergencies or if there is any kind of working is going on, or how the society will run, these all decisions, who will take this decision? That is the main question. So this question you will get an answer in the constitution, that is because the constitution are giving specification and some specified of decision making powers, that who will take the decision, that is all specified by the constitution. Now with the decision making, I want to say mean about that. Suppose there is a problem arises about the related with agriculture, then who will take the decision? If there is a problem arises related with education, related to other things. So for every department there is a different specified governments are there, specified peoples are there who will take the decision, and that is given by the constitution. So this is the second function of the constitution, that it specified the decision making powers. For that reason we say that powers of different organs, that is the three organs you all know of the government, are clearly defined in the constitution. So constitution are giving that what should legislature should do, or what executive will do. So by this way, three way we have to know about the different department governments. Now we have to know about the third point. Okay, so our third point is related about, in our second point we already learned that where the constitution is specified the powers of decision making. Now when our constitution is giving all the powers to the government, then it may be happen that the government will misusing their power. They can do whatever they want to do, and they can misuse their power, but this they will not allow, because our constitution, along with giving the decision power in the hand of the government, they also giving some limitation along with the power, because only to protect, that's why they said that limitation on the power of the government. That means government cannot do whatever they want to do, because they have to go through with the rules and regulation which is set up by the constitutions. And due to this reason, the constitution are somehow giving the decision making power along with some limitation, and these limitations somehow are protect the individual rights, so that the government cannot misusing their power and cannot taken away their rights. So for this function we know you get an idea that our constitution is not only thinking about the government but also thinking about the citizens, because ultimately constitution that was made for our citizens and to run the country. So for that reason the government are limited with certain power, and they are not randomly misusing by taking away the fundamental rights or any rights of the citizens and dominating the citizens. That's why these limitations are given as a function of the constitution. So our next fourth one is that the aspirations and goals of the society. Now what is the aspiration means? Aspiration means, you can say, the needs, wishes, or you can say desires. So that means our constitution not only are look forward towards the powers, towards the limitations or toward the coordinations, as well as our constitution also give one platform from where the government are trying to fulfill the needs of the society or the goals of the society, because ultimately a government can be stable in any country when it look towards the welfare of the society, because if the citizens are not fulfilled their their fulfillment or their wishes are not completed, then they are somehow not satisfied with the government. So constitution are providing that platform where a number of provisions, so means the number of areas of where the people wanted something, that are inserted to ensure the welfare of the society. So the constitution give the that platform where the people's aspirations or people's desiredness or their needs will be fulfilled, and the rules and regulations are made so that it will be take care towards the welfareness of the society. As well as, not only with that, it also create that kind of situation or condition where the needs of the people are fulfilled and they get a fair treatment. Now how they will get a fair treatment? You all know that our constitution are in a different situation that will be amended. That means, you all know that amendment means modification. So in lots of times our constitution are modified in state by state with matching with our situations. So for that reason we can say that they are getting the fair treatment by fulfilling their needs and by trying to fulfill their desiredness, and when the people's totally satisfied or when the rules and regulation are fulfill the needs of the people, then we can say that we can achieve the goals of the society, because it's all under the directive principle of state policy we have some certain goals and objectives of the society. So when if we wanted that our country should be run smoothly, we need to fulfill the goals of the society, we need to achieve the goals of the society, and that's given by the constitution. So for that reason we said that constitution will give aspirations and goals of the society through providing the welfareness of the society. Okay, now we come our next function, that is the fifth one, where we get that fundamental identity of a people. From this word, I hope you all get an idea that some kind of identity the people get. Now, what is a fundamental identity? Now, fundamental identity means the constitution provides some basic sets of rules and regulation. Here, the norms means the rules and regulation. So, our constitution is providing some basic which is very much necessary, that kind of rules where it where it is clarified that how who will rule out our country or the society, and how they will govern our society, or what should be the step to be taken by the government. So this we call the fundamental identity. So here the thing is that people can get their identity as a politicians, as a student, as a people of the society. So in basically here the constitution are providing the identity to a particular occupations or to a particular profession, that how they will do that or what was the step. And as we here talking about the constitution related to the government, so we have saying that the constitution are providing is the basic rules and regulation, that how one particular person will rule the society and how they will govern the society. Now political fundamental identity, they have two types of fundamental identity, that we have to know that what are the types of the fundamental identity. So let's start with the fundamental identity. Now we know the types, so let's see what are the types of fundamental identity. See, there is two types of fundamental identity. One is political identity. First one, the political identity. Second one is moral identity. Now, from the term political identity, I hope you all understand it is related about political. So let's see what is political identity. So the first is that accepting the basic norms and principles by the people. We complete this writing, then I will explain you. And moral one is what should do and what should not Now the thing is that there are two types of fundamental identity. One is political identity and another is moral identity. From the term political identity, you all know, you can understand that it is talk about the rules and regulation. So under the political identity, any people, they have to accept the rules and regulation which is made for the people. So if we are living in the society, then we have to accept that we have a right to vote, or we cannot be interfering in others' work. We have the right to criticize our government, but not have the right to criticize our country. So these are the political rules and regulations which is very much necessary and have to accept by the people. This is called political identity. Now come with the second part or second type, that is the moral identity. Moral means the ethics, your values. So this identity is not forcible. This is only that people, what should they have to do to live in the society and what should not. Means the morality, that if I am doing some work and by my moral, if I am saying that this is right, then I have to do. If my mind or heart are not giving the permission for doing that work because we think that that is the wrong one, then we will not do that kind of thing. So basically it's about your ethics, that as a human beings, what kind of values you should do or take, or what kind of values you should take away from your life. So that is called the moral identity. So I hope you all understand these two types, that political means which is forcible, which we have to accept, and moral means which by your values you will accept it, whether you have to take it or not. Okay, now we come to our last function in our module. That is, the last one is that the authority of a constitution. See, our constitution also providing us that who will who is our authority, or who make as the authority of our government. So because we all know that our constitution are providing liberty, that is a freedom, equality, that is the equal treatment, peace and security. This is the main provisions which are given by the constitution for the to our people. So who will provide this, or who will take care of this, who will supervising this? For that reason, while a constitution along with providing this part, constitution also ensuring that all these rights, whatever given to our people, that can be keep the authority of the constitution. That constitution also take care of that. Constitution always supervising that whether the rights or the things which are providing to the people, that is given or properly or not, that is implemented properly or not, or the rights are properly making or not. So for that reason, our constitution also rolled as a authority of the, upon the rights which is given by the people. So we can say that constitution not only are providing the function of coordinations or giving the power to the people's government, or limiting the government power, or you can say the constitution also giving the fundamental rights, fulfilling the goals of needs, as well as along with all this function, constitution also supervising as an authority, so that the people will providing with the rights and different kinds of freedom or the rights. So I hope you all understand this 6 points of function of constitution, and go through with your NCERT book for and read line to line thoroughly, so that you will clear your concept more. And thank you for watching this video. So I hope you all get understand. Thank you so much.